Hey, this is Scott Coombe, and I want to tell you, why did Kangen water come about? Okay, so I was listening to a radio, and they were talking to a scientist, interviewing a scientist, and he says, hey, we just found these pygmies down in South America and living in the Andes Mountains, and they've never had a reported case of cancer ever in their lives. And so he's going down there and he's going to do some DNA testing on all the people living there, and they're going to, take blood samples, and they're going to look for like a DNA dysfunction or like, compare their healthy tissues to everyone here's unhealthy tissues and find out what was the cause of cancer. And from there, reverse engineer and be able to come across with the cure for cancer. And I remember listening to this guy, and I'm thinking, are you crazy? Is that the only question you're going down there? And we're funding you to go down to South America and the Andes Mountains and intrude on all these people and take their blood and their DNAs and everything. And that's the only question you have, is what DNA dysfunction is there? And so I was thinking about it, and I'm like, are we really even looking for cures? Because if I was going down there to South America to find the cure for cancer, I'd be asking, what is their diet? What are they eating? I would be asking, is there something with, maybe the altitude or the barometric pressure or the temperatures or, the water up there? What's going on up there? Any other environmental factors that are, is there, mule poop that is creating a different kind of leafy vegetable or something like that? What's going on up there? And then, are they doing something different? And then try and test it with, if you took someone who was with cancer and brought them to that spot, would they become cancer-free, or would they infect all the other people? And vice versa, if you took one of those pygmies and took them down to, say, America, would they suddenly get cancer? And so, I'm thinking, we're spending a lot of money for cancer research, and it doesn't need to be happening. And these people are like going out unarmed. They're not ready to really answer the right questions. Because to be honest, the answers have already been answered. The questions are no longer the point. We already know what causes cancer. We already know what causes heart disease and lung disease, diabetes, strokes, obesity. We know what causes our bodies to break down. And the problem is people are not already learning why. And I think that's very sad. And the problem right now is not, hey, where's this miracle cure, or a DNA dysfunction, or hey, let's map out the genomes and what all the genes do and patent them, because there's going to be some biological fortune in there, because some gene is going to miraculously cure everything in the world. And I understand that people are doing this, and most of our genes are already copyrighted, and we'd have to pay money for our genes to function anymore. It's scary, but they're barking up the wrong tree. That's not where the functions are going to happen. So what actually is the cause of cancer and heart disease and everything like that? It's called acidosis. It's when your body is acidic. It's like when you go into a doctor's office, okay? They take your blood pressure, they take your height and weight, they maybe do a cholesterol count, all the different types of things, finding out how healthy you are, checking out all your markers, okay? In Japan, where this stuff was invented, Kangen water, first thing that they do is they take your pH, whether you're alkaline or acid. And from a 7.356, that is, or 365, is a natural pH for your blood system. Okay, and so if you're too acidic from that, your body's going to be acidic. If your blood's acidic, your body's acidic. If your blood is going to be alkaline, your body's going to be alkaline. Okay, so what's the difference in that? Well, the reason why we want alkalinity is because that's going to help the body to perform its natural functions. Okay, diseases do not accumulate in an acidic environment. Okay, there's already been Nobel Peace Prizes in biology and chemistry discovered and rewarded because they found out that yes, cancer cannot exist in an alkaline environment. Okay, that cancer does exist and grow in an acidic environment. Okay, and that was discovered back in the 30s, and they already discovered what cancer is back in 1900. So like all the questions that we're asking now and pouring billions of dollars in research is going nowhere. It's going in a circle and in someone's pocketbook. But that's a whole other ballgame there. Understanding that right now the best way to conquer the body and create it alkaline, or at least in homeostasis, meaning in the perfect balance that it needs to exist in, the best way to do that is with Kangen water, because it alkalinizes your body, it anti-oxidizes the body, meaning it gives electrons to any free radicals running around in your body. It gives the electrons in and just shuts them down. Okay, and it's microclustered, whereas most every other drink out there, only about 15% is going to get absorbed into the body. This is hexagonally structured, so about 80 to 85 to 90% of it is going to get absorbed in the body, which is amazing because then it starts to restructure the whole body, and we're no longer dehydrated, and it's getting all the acid and all the junk that we're depositing out of our bodies and flushing it right out of our system, which we need to have happen to get acidosis out of our body. And so when people are caught in diseases that are of acidosis, the next thing you need to realize is that all they need to do is become alkaline, and those diseases, those problems will go away. I'm not saying it's immediate. I'm not saying that like Kangen water is a cure for those things. It's not. It's just the best thing that we have right now to deal with acidosis, the fundamental problem that creates the environment for all of these diseases. Okay, so I'll talk to you later next one.